Welcome, attendees of the 2017 NRA show. This is John Sheehan, and I'm the head of law enforcement sales for Viridian Weapon Tech. And I'm joined here today by Mark Gurney from Ruger. Say hi, Mark.
Hello, everyone.
We are going to be talking throughout the day to different people. Our series is called Just the Facts. We call it Just the Facts. It's named after our fast action activation camera technology, which we're filming these segments on weapon-mounted cameras on both corners of our stage here, and then we'll be putting it out to a video which will be on YouTube at a later date and on our website. So Mark, tell us a little bit about yourself and how you came to work for Ruger.
Well, thanks for inviting me, John. Actually, I've been at Ruger for going on 23 years now. Wow. So I started out in the investment casting foundry, so a manufacturing guy.
Okay.
And we made castings not only for Sturm Ruger, which makes a whole lot of guns, but we made castings for upwards of 20 other gun companies at the time.
Wow.
So I worked on a lot of non-Ruger stuff over the years.
I can
and
imagine.
if you can think of a gun company, we probably made something for them at one point or another. And we also made barrels. So we would cold hammer forge barrel blanks and send them out. A whole lot of customers that way.
Okay.
So I had a lot of fun manufacturing, but then working into the gun world, opening came up in a very exciting marketing position, product management, and I was the first one.
So how did, when that happens, and you just answered an ad, or what, did you have a background in working in that type of manufacturing or anything? You
so I'm a mechanical engineer.
Okay.
And I worked in an investment casting foundry before then.
Okay.
And actually got to Ruger answering an ad in the paper.
Okay, so very well-rounded individual. I mean, you're coming in the door knowing some stuff, and then you parlay this first part where you're working at the foundry into...
Right. So product management is about guns that customers want to buy.
Sure.
And also guns that we know how to make. And we have to put the two of them together.
Gotcha. Okay.
Yeah.
So. And then after that, you did what?
Well, no, that's so it was about 13 years in the foundry and almost 10 now in product management.
Okay, and then product management, what do you guys do in that division?
Well, in the start of things, we collect voice of the customer. And that can come from a whole bunch of different places. Consumers, shows like this, we listen to them, we really do. We have a link on our website, it's an email to CEO, where we invite people to come in and tell us their product suggestions. But we also spend time with retailers and distributors.
Okay.
And some of the obvious things that, for example, in the late 2000s, we still didn't make a 1911. Despite the fact that we were making frames for Caspian Arms for decades. It was, so why wouldn't, that's a kind of low-hanging fruit. Why shouldn't we go make a 1911? So we do that. So that's the easy one. Some of the harder ones, well, we'll figure them out. But then some of the home runs come internally. So our own engineers are all gun guys. And like the new Ruger Precision Rifle, that was the brainchild of an engineer.
Which I love, by the way.
Yeah, that is
I
cool.
see that. Oh, my God. I'm just, I come from a SWAT background and a sniper, and I see your Ruger Precision Rifle. I got to have one of those.
And that's one of those marriages of, it's something that consumers want, but it's really engineering decisions to how to make it reasonably inexpensively.
Sure.
So anybody can make a $4,000 rifle. That's not hard. But to make a lot of them at a much lower cost, so anybody can buy them. Now, that's the challenge.
Right, and make a good quality product that somebody's going to want to use. And a lot of your stuff too is sourced out, used by the government. I mean, obviously,
our customers are worldwide.
Worldwide, and everybody demands the best, and obviously, you guys are putting it out there. Right. So anything new that Ruger is coming up with this year? You guys have an amazing display down the way, by the way, that people should be checking out.
The big news here is our 1022 Takedown Silencer. It's an integrally suppressed barrel. So an overall barrel length of 16 inches. And if you're familiar with the 1022 Takedown, you just pull a lever, pop the barrel right off. I would have loved to bring one down, but it is an NFA item, so we try to keep them tethered in the booth.
I can imagine.
But it's about a 10-inch effective barrel length, which is a sweet spot in barrel length where the standard velocity ammo will remain subsonic.
Okay.
But it's right up high velocity, so it still hits the target with some energy. You won't get that crack though that you get out of supersonic ammo, even with the barrel length. So it's a 16-inch overall, very very light, very easy to handle, and quiet. About 113.2 dBs.
Wow.
On standard velocity ammo. And of course, made by us. We designed it. We investment cast the baffles inside, machine them. Actually, my son works in the factory where we
no kidding.
where we put them in. He's an engineer on the line. So we put everything together, and it's a hell of a value, and really well engineered, well thought out.
Now, is that for sale right now?
Absolutely, yep.
Okay, what's that MSRPing at?
That's $600 some odd. You would try to catch me on that.
I'm sorry.
That's
I'm sorry.
All right. And of course, the NFA rules apply. So we do have to, it goes to a distributor, it goes to a retailer, and then you have to, do your forms with the ATF, pay your tax, and wait a year. So yes, it is for sale now, but you won't be bringing it home for another 9 months.
For sale, but be patient, folks.
Right.
Very good. So, what else do you have?
Okay. Well, I brought a few.
I see that. Yeah.
Guns along here, and one very.
I'm going to pull out my Fact Micro. We've got Fact Micro camera here, and we can actually get a close-up shot of what you got.
So one of the things we would like to think we do, instead of following trends, we'd like to make them. And the original LCP was how many years ago? 10 years ago?
At least, right?
And that really brought the little 380 auto pocket pistol to mainstream. And plenty of people chased us on it, and it came time for an upgrade. So we still make the original LCP, and that is a really good value now these days. Real retail prices in the low $200.
Nice.
So for a Ruger American-made 380 auto, you can't beat the original LCP. But we do have the LCP II now, and you notice it is styled and much differently. We do have the Viridian.
I was going to say, just as far as I'm concerned, the best part of it is the fact that you have one of our E-Series on there. But yeah, it's fantastic.
So one model has this red laser. If you're familiar with the LCP, we have deeper texturing on the back of the grip here.
Right.
And the grip is wider. So everyone likes to carry an LCP. No one really likes to shoot them very much because they're a little jumpy.
Sure.
But it's amazing how much this grip width can distribute recoil forces and make it more comfortable to shoot. So that's a big deal. So it's still narrow where it matters for carrying it, but just that extra little width there makes it a far more comfortable gun to shoot. And that's what we want you to buy guns. We also want you to get out and shoot and practice with them, become proficient.
Absolutely.
We hope you never need them. We really do. But if you do need them, then use them well.
What a tremendous value too for about $200, and then if you add on our E-Series on there too, it's just you've got the laser, you've got the instant on technology, so you carrying that in a IWB holster. As it's coming out of the holster, the laser is up, it's on, it's ready to go, it's reducing your lag time. So if you did need to use it, God forbid, you are right on target.
Right. And some of the additional things on this, there's a real tough spot or a sweet spot for sights. You need them tall enough to see.
Right.
But they shouldn't be so tall that they snag when you're trying to draw them.
Absolutely.
So we have, if you notice the rear sight, we got a bevel in both directions. Front sight, same way.
Sure.
These sights are big enough. You can see them, but they are small enough. So we really got that spot dialed right in on these sights. This gun has a last shot hold open as well. The original LCP didn't do that. So on your last shot, the magazine follower will pick it up and lock it open. And the other thing is that it's a deactivated, unloaded gun, so we can dry fire it here.
Okay.
It is an absolute best-in-class trigger. This is it's almost a single action. If you'd like to try it,
sure.
There you go. Give that a try.
Oh, that's a smooth break.
Right.
That's very nice.
Right. So the original LCP has a very long, deliberate double action only pull where we're rotating the hammer back and releasing it.
Sure.
The hammer is almost completely rotated, so the trigger pull is rotating it just a little more and then releasing it. It has internal safety mechanisms there, so it's completely drop safe, but it is a very sweet trigger on such a little gun. So
it is.
It's really the best of all worlds.
I mean, I'm looking at it, and I can't believe the value in that for $200.
Yeah. So the original LCP is about $200. This is the LCP II, and that's about $300. It still is super value.
It's unbelievable value because it's so concealable. And then when you mate that with our E-Series as well, which, by the way, if you guys want an E-Series laser, they're right around the corner on the back side of our booth. But it's fantastic stuff. I mean, just fantastic. What else do you have here?
Okay. Well, if anyone has ever owned an original Ruger standard pistol, or the Mark I, Mark II, Mark III, I understand there's a whole lot of cussing that goes along with trying to take them apart. In fact, years ago, I was asked to do something like this. It was at a retail store. They say, meet the Ruger rep, and he'll teach you and demonstrate how to take the Mark III apart. And I went into blind panic because I don't know how to do it. I can do it with the manual.
Sure.
and it takes me 20 minutes. But that's not going to. So my demo was, don't take it apart. Just
grease it up,
just
keep
lube
oiling
it up,
it,
and
hit it with a little
right.
brush every once in a while,
All
a
right.
little break free.
So now we have the Mark IV.
Okay.
And so with the bolt forward and the manual safety on, we press a button and we take it apart.
Wow. That fast.
That's fast. So now we can do proper cleaning, chamber to muzzle, and it goes together just as readily.
So all the naysayers that were like, I don't want to deal with having to tear that apart, it
Right.
completely takes away that argument.
Right.
It makes that so much more user-friendly.
Right. And I was told by Steve Sinetti, he is our past lawyer for Ruger for many, many years. He's actually our president for a while, that Bill Sr. was very, very proud of that old takedown system. Very proud of it. He came up with the idea while dancing with his wife at a party. Oh, I know how to take it down now. So yeah, I would like to think he'd be happy with us for doing this.
I would think so too, yes.
But he was very proud of the old system, but it really wasn't all that friendly. So the point here now is we've had the Mark IV out since SHOT Show, but we came out with just 2 models then, and we've come up with more models, and people would write in, call, hey, what about a tapered barrel, the standard model? What threaded barrels? Yes, we're getting them all out. I think we're all down to, we just 2 left to release.
Okay.
So the Mark IV is now a family. It's a full line. We have all the pistols out. So it's an outstanding gun. The accuracy potential of these guns is there because the barrel and the receiver are cylindrical. The bolt is cylindrical. The bolt reciprocates inside the sights stay put. So the sights stay aligned with the barrel, and very accurate gun. And now the excuse of not being able to take it apart, that's no longer
completely
an excuse.
gone.
Right.
Now, what would that MSRP for?
They vary because we have both lower cost 2245 models and some of the high-end Hunter and Target models are very nice. So you're looking in the $400 or $500 range
Okay.
on MSRP up to about like 6 or 7.
Okay, and then the 2 variants that you're going to come out with, will those be out later this year or into next year?
Oh, that'd be very soon.
Very soon.
Right. So we have a 2245 model, which is a 1911 grip angle, and then the classic Mark IV model is this steeper target model type angle. Yeah. Okay.
Very nice.
Right. And the last one here, the Ruger American pistol. We came out with that 2 SHOT shows ago.
I like this pistol, by the way. This is a very nice pistol.
Right. And this was designed around the Army's modular handgun system requirements, so it is a remarkably durable gun. It's very accurate. It meets all the Army's requirements. We chose not to enter the gun into the competition.
Okay.
There's a lot of business reasons to enter or not enter. We chose not to, but it made a great blueprint for how to make a gun. So it has a full-length stainless steel chassis. It has a no trigger pull takedown.
Okay.
Okay, so with the slide back, we rotate the takedown lever, and we can take it apart.
I like that a lot. It's a little sketchy when you have to click that trigger back. And,
that loud noise that you weren't expecting. That's really loud.
That's not good.
So it's a nitrided slide, stainless steel barrel.
Okay.
And then in the frame, if you want to get your detail camera
Sure,
out,
you bet.
this is a stainless steel chassis, and it runs the full length from the front to the back.
Okay.
So that guides the slide full length. It's not little inserts that are molded into the frame.
Okay.
This is a separate chassis. And see if I can take this out without. There we go. So this is the gun.
Holy
in fact,
smokes, look at that.
There's the serial number right there.
Wow. That is slick.
Okay.
That's really slick,
Right.
Mark.
So this is the heart of the gun. So when we came out with it, it was a full-size duty model in 9mm and in 45.
Okay.
And then we have compact models. And by now we have compact models, full-size models, 9 and 45, and those with safety levers and those without. And a lot of the professional shooters really like guns without safety levers because they want to just like your holster,
Right.
your reactor holster. Pull the gun out, it is ready to go.
Yep.
But not all of us are trained LE professionals, and safety levers are actually of interest to a great number of our customers.
Sure.
So we have pro models without the safety lever,
Okay.
and the standard model does have a safety lever.
Okay.
It's a very short trigger. It's very light and crisp trigger.
Yeah, I was playing with the trigger press on this,
Yeah.
and it's amazing.
Right.
I really like that trigger
Yeah.
press. And then, of course, the rear grip is adjustable. The rear portion of the grip is adjustable.
Yeah, there are 3 wraparound modules there. So a 9mm small, medium, and large. 45s have 2 modules, medium and a large.
What a nice break on that trigger, too.
Yeah. And there's some patents in there. If we looked at the underside of the barrel hood, I'm not sure anyone would catch the detail, but the shape of that barrel hood is very carefully engineered. So it draws down the recoil impulse with the barrel and the slide moving to the rear, and it spreads it out over more time. So it's a remarkably smooth shooting gun. In particular, we have a video on our website with my shooting a 45 compact.
Okay.
And there's virtually no muzzle flip.
Really?
And I was kind of used to it and getting, all right, I shoot it fine. But when I was reviewing the video later, I was like, wow, that gun doesn't move.
Wow.
And I'm not a pro shooter. It's like, so it's a really good, nice shooting gun and remarkably durable. We have another video on our website. It's called Environmental Testing.
Okay.
Where we freeze them in blocks of ice, bury them in mud, do all the MHS type testing that we are supposed to do, and it did very well. But then the guy who was doing the testing for us, he's kind of an independent soul. He unloaded, put a magazine in, a full magazine, duct taped it in, and tied it to the back of an ATV, mounted the camera on the back and rode it around the ranch.
Okay.
I mean, it was in the wintertime, bouncing through on a dirt road.
All right. For how long did he do this?
I don't know.
Wow.
A long time. And finally gets done, stops at the target, unhitches it, racks around, and shoots it.
No worries.
Yeah. So remarkably durable gun. So we advertise it as the most advanced pistol we've ever made, and it really is. A lot of thought went into it. We're quite proud of it, and we just want to get the word out to more people.
Well, I'll tell you, if anyone is looking to go down to Ruger, their booth too, or you just want to get your hands on one of these, you can tell what a quality product it is just when you pick it up and you've got it in your hand. Right. It really is. Yeah. It's something to just see it on a video, but it's another thing to actually put it in your hand and check it out. And I think, that's impressive. Right. A very impressive weapon. What's going on in the future for Ruger? What are they going to be coming out with? What are you guys working on?
So I could tell you, but I'd get fired.
Okay. All right. Okay. Anything vague you could say, or?
No, we could tell you some other new things in the booth.
Sure, that's great.
So we all love the Ruger Precision Rifle.
Okay. Yeah.
We worked real hard on that, and it started out it's a real interesting study in calibers and caliber trends. We started out in .308, .65, and .243. And the .308 and the .65 Creedmoor were about 50-50, and .243, the real thinking hand loaders got it because it was a fast twist rate. Since then, we've discontinued the .243. .65 is outselling .308 like 2 to 1.
Wow.
We've introduced the 6mm Creedmoor, which if people don't understand the 6 Creedmoor versus the 6.5, 6 Creedmoor will do almost everything the 6.5 will do with less recoil.
Okay.
And for long-range target shooting, if you can see your hits, that is very beneficial.
Yes.
So you've got a long barrel gun, muzzle brake, it's a heavy gun, and you press the trigger and you see a puff of dirt. Maybe you'd rather see it hit the target.
You probably want to see it, yeah.
But then you can dial in your own correction. So that's the 6 millimeters.
Nice.
That was a recent introduction. And then most recent was a 223 version.
Okay.
And that's got us really excited. It has a hybrid chamber. It's a 5.56 target chamber. So it will safely and accurately shoot both 223 and 5.56.
Okay.
So it has the throat diameter of a 223 and the throat length of a 5.56. So oftentimes if you have one chamber or another, you give up something in favor of something else. This really is the best of both worlds. And not all of us have access to a super long range. I mean,
right.
The cool kids shoot to 1,200 yards, and okay, but I'm not one of the cool kids. I got a 100-yard range at home. I'm very lucky. But with a 223, you can wander through different kinds of ammo and really settle in on the kind of ammo that it likes, get your shooting technique down, and then if you can get to a longer range, you can afford ammo to shoot and learn how to call wind, which that's the hard part.
Right, exactly.
So that's an awful lot of fun. The world of minis, Mini 14s certainly are doing quite well. We've had a 300 blackout that came out. Mini 30s are showing more and more interest among folks. It's harder and harder to get a well-made AK.
Okay.
So a Mini 30 from Ruger all of a sudden makes some sense.
It sure would,
runs
yeah.
runs like a sewing machine.
I
So
can
we've got
imagine.
the whole line of Ruger products down at our booth, and we invite anyone to show up. We've got one of everything.
Yeah, folks, anybody out there wanting to go down to Ruger today, they're very friendly down there, and they want you to come down and check out their products. And Mark, it's been great having you here.
Oh, it's my pleasure.
And
I appreciate the invitation.
Yeah, and thanks for bringing all these great toys and showing them to us, and good luck at the show. I hope you guys do well today.
Okay, thank you. Same to you.
All right, thanks. Take care, Mark.